like there's a lot of noise coming from outside Tenshikaku. Has a fight broken out or something?
I don't imagine so.
Oh, the guards seem really nervous. Well, let's go see what the situation is,
The
shall
guards are down. Paimon, look around you. Oh shit! The Resistance? What the hell are you guys doing here? How? Paimon? Traveler? Wait, what?
There will always be those who dare to brave the lightning's glow.
Oh, he's got his friends. Don't, Kazuha! What the fuck? Did you just fight? No. Retreat. You have a chance to retreat. Holy shit. No, they aren't. Traveler. Shit. Well, I guess Suye-Miko's playing his game. Hi, Shogun. Hi, A.
So we meet again.
Yes, we do.
Indulge my curiosity. What is the reason that I find you standing here before me once again?
That definitely answers along the question of how aware she is of what's going on outside. She most definitely is not. Also, I like how she is listed as A. I'm sorry, A. I'm a little reeling right now. That's a lot in short succession. From Signora's destruction at the hands of the Muso no Hitatachi to Kazuha using his friend's vision, somehow enabling him to fight the Shogun on equal footing. Or, well, that might be a little generous. Somehow defend against the Shogun. That definitely shocked her. And apparently the rebellion's happening now. I don't know how they got here. I guess Kujo Sara didn't really stop them.
Do you hope your foolhardiness will shelter those people? Or was it simply a means of seeking an audience with me?
Oh, no. She is aware. She's just wondering how I am before her. Okay. So she has at least some awareness of what's going on outside. The two have deceived the Raiden Shogun. I like how the Raiden Shogun is separate from A here.
Oh? Surely you didn't rouse me from my state of eternal meditation only to tell me this.
What, did you know?
If so, then you underestimate me. I am quite well informed about the Vision Hunt decree.
Are you? You know everything that's going on outside.
Not so. Only everything that pertains to eternity.
And what all pertains to eternity? I guess the decisions that the Raiden Shogun makes in order to pursue eternity, she relays on to you.
The Vision Hunt decree has my tacit approval.
Yes. But it's kind of having bad effects.
The Fatui's actions thus far do not constitute a threat to eternity. Otherwise, they would have been purged long ago.
Huh. You don't actually view them as a threat. It's after that display, yeah. It once again instills me with a strong question of how exactly they plan to acquire your gnosis. Honestly. The Vision Hunt decree is damaging. Comes at a great cost to the people of Inazuma.
Individual ambition is inherently incompatible with eternity. What you might not realize is that all too often, people have far more to lose by chasing their dreams.
I mean, I suppose, in a sense, but not chasing your dreams is also losing something.
Consider this. No one will lose their life on account of having their vision taken away.
They do lose who they are, though. In some cases, you could almost consider that like losing your life, losing who you are.
Rather, those who have lost their lives are the ones who insisted on pursuing their own aspirations, are they not?
I mean, Tepe. Tepe was filled with delusions of that he wasn't achieving enough.
Traveler, your existence is unique in my eyes.
To be fair, well, not unique. There is one other, but we're definitely not of this world.
There seems to be limitless uncertainty in you. To put it another way, you are the furthest thing from eternity.
Please don't purge me. I beg of you.
So, I won't insist that you comprehend the meaning of my actions. What matters is that I tread the path of eternity on my people's behalf.
Right. I would love to come to understand you, though, eh? Truly. This is your plane of euthymia. It is created by your consciousness, yes?
That's right. Huh. I'm surprised you understand it so well.
I had help. Actually, I probably shouldn't go snitching on Ye Mika like that.
Anyway, you're looking for a chance to shake my will, aren't you?
I'm not here to debate your ideas. I honestly don't think I have the time or the knowledge necessary to successfully convince you off of your current path. Especially, I mean, my ace in the hole was that you aren't aware of the Fatui and the impact your actions were having, but it seems to me that you are, and that you've deemed it an acceptable loss. I'm here to demolish them. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves here. We did just get traumatized by the Muso no Hitatachi.
So be it. Well then, you who would defy eternity, time for you to enlighten me.
Again?
Do you wish to become the enemy of eternity, traveler?
No.
Careless. Stabilize.
I really don't.
Strike dead.
She's still just as powerful.
Think you
Oh,
can
hey,
get
it's those
away?
moves that she prepared us for.
Delve into destiny, decided by destiny. Take flight.
She's still
Solidify.
quite strong. Let's keep our distance as much as possible.
My apologies. Yeah. Yeah.
Stabilize.
All right, you know what? I
A little gliding be faster.
oh. Ow.
Yahoo!
Normally,
Dead.
I wouldn't use my most powerful weapons, but I think against her, it's called for.
Take flight.
Shoot.
Inferior.
Not that I can really truly hit her for long.
Evasion is futile.
Having a god to shield me helps.
Time for takeoff.
Also, definitely not the optimal party for this.
No.
Ow. Whoops.
Written in the stars. Sakura swirl.
Ow.
Stabilize. I will have order.
Instabilities will be removed.
Master of the euthemic plane. Uh-oh, there's the Division Hunt decree. Way to turn things around may yet appear for those willing to resist. Ah. At least I can still heal.
Strike dead.
Ow.
Evasion is futile.
Oh, you haven't unlocked, you haven't... Ah, shoot. Don't teleport behind me like that. Oh, here we go. Ugh. And that one is not the Musa no Hitatachi, I don't think. Oh!
Dear me, aren't you cutting it rather close?
Hey! She,
Miko, this was your
it'll
doing?
summon her, like she said.
Now. Don't forget who taught you how to place your consciousness in objects. Surely you don't think your ambition alone is enough to shake A's will, do you?
No, I was never so arrogant.
Though you alone are here, they too have ambitions, which they long since
Oh.
entrusted to you.
All the visions hold the ambitions.
Now then, close your eyes.
And we're before the statue. God damn. Everyone.
And abolish the Vision Hunt decree.
The people do not want this eternity, Shogun.
Solidify.
Think you can get away? Brace yourselves.
All right, this is
Shadows of
still.
fate, decided by destiny.
She's still dangerous.
Your verdict is
Take
decided.
flight.
This world,
Embrace the
a
abs.
fleeting shadow. All will be severed.
All right, good.
Gather.
Ooh. Now this is a theme.
Let's play.
Thunder.
Delve into destiny. Written in the stars.
We got this. Shake her will.
Without yearning, all returns to silence.
Break it? No. Dodge. Ah. Oh, jeez.
Nothing to fear. Solidify.
Oh, we're protected by the visions. I see that.
Your verdict is decided. This world, a fleeting shadow.
God.
Let me scribe. Fate is upon me. Yahoo!
A.
Let's play. Time for takeoff.
Your verdict
Talk
is
to
decided.
your friend Ye Miko. She needs words with you. I may not be able to talk you out of this. But damn it.
Thunder.
It's the point of having a familiar and a friend if you're not going to listen to her.
Verdict is decided.
Shadows of fate. Decided by
All will be
destiny.
severed.
Yahoo! Think you can get away?
Come here. Don't you wanna show? No, you don't want to get into Venti's little swirling vortex.
Thunder. Your verdict is decided.
Almost there.
Whirling snow.
We're doing a lot of damage. Are we stronger? Thanks to the visions.
Stabilize.
I feel like our DPS was higher than usual.
You've lost, eh?
To be fair, this isn't really her. It's just her mind. But this is her mindscape, so she should have the advantage.
Yes, I have.
Why can you not trust your people and in the power of their ambitions?
That is an excellent question. Why?
These ambitions have transcended space and time. They are something that no one can snuff out.
Well, she sort of successfully did. Well, I suppose she didn't snuff them out so much as separated them from the person, isolated them in the statue. People move forward with all their might. They can surpass the gods' expectations and even take over the work of the gods. Yeah, that's what the lesson we learned in Liyue was.
Is this the lesson you learned from your journey in Liyue?
Yes, Zhongli has successfully stepped down from godhood, or at least from archonhood. I guess he'll always be a god or a godlike being, but...
There are nations where humans cast their god aside and stride forward.
There's at least one. In Mondstadt, it's not so much they cast their god aside, they still, revere the animal Archon. But the Archon, Venti has let them chart their own path forward since the beginning, at least as far as I'm aware. Interferes as minimally as possible. Fitting of the god of freedom. And then, yeah, Zhongli has successfully delegated his responsibilities to humans.
So are we to just abandon the notion of progress for the sake of wishful thinking?
No, you don't have to abandon progress for the sake of wishful thinking.
You and I have both witnessed the great loss that progress can bring.
Oh? I mean, I suppose, depending on what you mean by progress, there can be hardships and detriments, things changing.
Eternity. Eternity is the only way.
But that is foolhardy, IA, because there is no such thing. Time will erode even at your eternity.
When lightning flashes, it casts a shadow. My name means shadow.
Eh?
With my blade, I purged all obstacles to progress.
Very young, eh? Oh, that's the,
Something was lost with each
the
step
water god,
forward.
isn't it?
In the end, I even lost her.
Who?
The tales are still retold
Hana
in the shade of
Chirasato?
every thunder sakura. But the wounds left on our nation by that terrible loss still ache.
Or whoever Hana
Never
Chirasato
stop
actually
searching,
was.
even if only for a brief flash of light. If nothing else, we have the present moment. She said that once.
Aw.
But I've seen a nation stride forward and lose everything to the heavenly principles.
Yeah, the land of
Perhaps
presumably
only
Pyro.
if time stands still, will the lightning's glow never fade.
Probably what the god that we
The
fought
present
did.
moment is a fragile illusion. Only eternity can bring us closer to the heavenly principles. I am no longer the shadow. Mine is the most supreme and noble form. Let power over the realm be vested within me. In this form shall I honor my subjects' dream, for a land of eternity, unchanging forevermore.
The heavenly principles. Irrelevant nonsense as far as I'm
I
concerned.
don't know. I feel like that might be their name for that being that me and my brother faced. And I kind of have to wonder, that being when we ran into her was about to destroy something, eradicate it. I have to imagine it was that land that they keep showing. both there and in the that one trailer. The Traveler's trailer, or the Traveler's Sisters trailer, I suppose. My assumption was it was the land of Pyro, but not necessarily. It could also be the remnants of the eradicated human nation. Its name, I think, started with an S. So much lore. So many mysteries and questions to be pieced together.
When all's said and done, all you really want is to protect your beloved Inazuma forever and ever. Isn't that right?
It sounds like she fears her nation. She did say she's seen progress result in, loss before. And that nation was the one that was progressing more and more, which resulted in their loss. Perhaps she fears that happening to Inazuma, meeting that same fate, yeah. But still, this eternity is not going to... In your desperation to protect what you hold so dear, it's gonna slip through your fingers. You're going to shatter it in your firm grasp.
That would be something of an oversimplification.
But is this nation worth existing for eternity?
Oof, that's true, though. If you strip people of their ambitions, strip them of who they are, honestly, Inazuma will be a shell of its former self anyways.
Stripped of ambitions, stripped of the potential for change, it does nothing more than simply exist. It is a hollow shell of a nation.
Existing simply for existence's sake. Honestly, it sounds miserable. More like a hell than a utopia.
I wonder what loss would it really be to anyone if such a nation were destroyed?
Miko, retract your words.
Oof. Yeah, it's gotta hit hard.
Never changing eternity is the promise I made to my people.
Never changing eternity. The people want this promise? Or is it a promise you're forcing upon them?
But what your people need from you is not your promises. They want your attention. Your divine gaze.
Yeah, they truly worship you. Honestly, more so than even Zhongli's people or Mondstadt's people. Maybe the Shnayians worship the Tsaritsa as much, but I don't know.
You mean visions? Humans have a lifespan of barely 100 years. They cannot afford to bear any extra losses.
We may have short lives in the grand scheme of things, but we make do with them. We make the most of that 100 years.
But I have experienced it all. That is why I have chosen to guide them along the correct path toward eternity.
But is this the correct path toward eternity? Even if you want eternity, like I said, your actions are counterproductive, I feel like.
But eternity is far too cruel a fate for you,
Aw. Miko still just wants to save her friend.
For me?
Yeah, your existence here is... You would exist for eternity in a state of eternal meditation, never interacting with others, not living, merely existing. The humans, at the very least, only have to put up with it for 100 years or less. You, though, that is a cruel fate indeed.
Not only have you stopped paying attention to the world, but you have stopped paying attention to yourself. It must have been terribly lonely here, all alone, for centuries on
Wait,
end.
she's been in here for centuries? Jeez. Suppose I didn't have any reason to really assume that she only started being here when the Vision Hunt Decree took effect. Yeah, no. It would have been whenever that loss that set her down this path in the first place. Still pretty sure it was whoever, I don't remember the actual name of the fox goddess, but Hanachi Sato's counterpart. Whenever she died. Probably been right around when she set out on this path.
But it is necessary.
You will miss much by refusing progress. You seek to prevent loss, but have you considered all you are losing by remaining here in stasis for all eternity?
Yeah.
You are obviously lonely, and yet, for the sake of eternity, you choose to stretch your loneliness out to infinity.
That is beyond tragic. That is surely a fate worse than death.
Tell me this. Why is the sky here that was once so dark glowing again? Why now?
Well, people are here besides her.
This is your plane of euthymia. It's your inner world. So it can only mean that you are happy to see me again.
Aww.
You have found the loneliness here unbearable for a long time now, haven't you?
I'm sure she would love nothing more than to spend her days with you.
I have nothing to say to that.
Don't push those emotions down, eh?
But I have so much to say to you. Let me tell you all that has happened over the last few centuries.
Aw.
How long will that take?
Well, it depends on how much she skims. But at the most, centuries. Minimum, I know she could probably summarize it in a few hours, a few days.
As a Fox envoy, I have an excellent memory. I recall every detail of the last few centuries with perfect clarity. So it will probably take me another few centuries to relay it to you.
Like I said, up to a few centuries.
Miko, I never thought I would have the chance to meet with you like this again.
Aw. Isn't this better, eh? You can. You can be with your friend. All you have to do is stop this foolishness.
Seeing you again is a change to eternity. And a very nice surprise.
Aw.
Since you are willing to admit that, I suppose that means we can still be friends?
Of course. She can never be mad at you.
What a childish conversation this is.
It's funny. She, maybe I shouldn't rat on, Miko like that.
Anyway, now that I have been defeated by you and your plan, I will honor your wish to abolish the Vision Hunt Decree.
Wonderful. Honestly, I truly wasn't expecting to be resolving the Vision Hunt Decree today. Honestly, I was shocked to see the resistance just show up outside your door. I guess things were put in motion behind my back.
But, with regards to eternity, and the question of whether this nation should move forward, I need time to give it some thought.
Well, fair enough. I don't begrudge you your desire for eternity. I just don't want you to make it a hollow eternity.
You are the one who's been acting like a child from the very beginning.
Oh, well, I guess I didn't have to rat Miko out.
As promised, the Raiden Shogun abolished the Vision Hunt decree.
Of course.
Finally, her people's wishes penetrated her locked heart.
She still has her gnosis.
Beyond the plane of euthymia, she saw what eternity means in the eyes of the world. When one's fervent ambition burns brightly, the gods will cast their gaze upon you.
Right. Which is the vision. Presumably.
Some ambitions have the power to heal wounds, to bring
Goro.
victory, to inspire hope.
Toma finally set free. Aw.
But some ambitions
Kazuha. You are
outlive their
something
masters
else.
long after the soul ascends.
Saw his grave of his friend.
They remain as they were in the beginning.
Kokomi?
Burning bright and true for
Giving the
all
vision back.
eternity.
No longer carrying it. That was beautiful.
So what did you guys do in the Raiden Shogun's plane of euthymia anyway?
We had a long chat. First with our fists, and then with our words.
Is the Vision Hunt decree abolished?
It was. All thanks to Yae Miko. Yeah. No one else would have been able to talk her out of it. It needed to come from her friend.
Oh, gotcha. Paimon was super worried, you know.
Yeah, I know. I was too, quite frankly. Now, what... The Musa no Hitatachi really is terrifying. But this is shocking to me. The Fatui have not successfully gained the Shogun's Gnosis. It's kind of a huge wrench in their plans. And I don't know, I'm still pretty confident that they will acquire all the Gnosis. But, well, maybe, I suppose Inazuma's questline may continue yet.
So, maybe the reason Yae Miko is looking for us now is because she wants to thank us. Let's go find her.
Oh, she was looking for us? Alright. Omnipresent God. Oh. Distant crackling. Don't mind if I do. Alright, let's go talk to her. Yeah, Miko. How are you feeling? Good to have your friend back. Honestly, I don't know why. I figured this would actually be a much longer fight to get her to overturn the decree. I wonder if the Sakoku decree is still in effect, though. Probably. At least for now.
By the protection of the Electro Archon,
You
may the blossoms of the sacred Sakuga
sang
bloom eternally.
your prayers for your lost friend.
Why, hello, if it isn't the triumphant traveler. And why might you be visiting the shrine? A sign of piety, perhaps?
No. I don't worship the Shogun, though I do respect her power and greatly fear her. You wanted to see us, though?
You literally told us to come meet you here.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I was just joking. I've been waiting for you.
You are such a kid, Miko.
Seems like someone's in a pretty good mood.
Yeah. I mean, of course she is. I mean, she won. Her goal has been fulfilled.
Mm-hmm. Catching up with an old friend I hadn't seen in years was truly delightful.
Saying you haven't seen in years is the understatement of the millennia, which is how long it's probably been, roughly. Between centuries and millennia.
By the way, I heard that you had a duel before the throne.
Yes.
With a Fatui Harbinger, no less. Courageous and astute. I must say, I am most impressed.
Yeah. It was quite something. The Harbinger, Signor, proved to be quite beatable. But, the result was quite traumatic. It was a spur-of-the-moment thing. I don't know what came over me.
Defeating Signora head-on in a duel means that your strength exceeds my expectations.
You didn't have much hope for me? I did. I mean, the Traveler will only keep getting stronger. It's one of the things we will accomplish on this journey. I keep saying she's regaining her power. Suppose I don't actually know how true that is. Whether she's gaining more power or just regaining lost power. It's probably the former, actually. I think everything that's always been speculation on my part. I don't know if I have any reason to suspect that she lost anything other than her brother in that fight.
Still, you did end up victorious. I gather congratulations are in order.
Yes, thank you.
Sure feels good to finally thwart the Fatui plan for once.
Damn it, Paimon. You are now single-handedly responsible for everything that's probably about to go wrong.
They caused plenty of trouble along the way, but at the very least, they didn't get their hands on another Gnosis.
Which is very ominous.
Wait a second. Did you say Gnosis?
Yes.
As in, the little thing that looks something like a chess piece?
Yes.
Yep, that's the one. You've seen one too? Gnosis belong to the Seven. They're what keep them connected to Celestia.
Right. The big old city in the sky.
Oh.
Oh, god damn it. Miko, what happened?
What's wrong?
They did get their hands on the Gnosis.
I handed that over.
God. Huh?
You did what now?
Miko, why?
Well, how else was I supposed to save your skin from the balladeer exactly?
Oh. Yeah. Honestly, I'm really not sure what, Signora was doing here then. Was their goal accomplished at that point? Huh. Well, she's dead. That's what matters. Why did you have it, though? I guess she entrusted you with it? Gnosis is long gone, then.
The balladeer is number 6 of the Fatui Harbingers. In terms of strength, he is superior to Signora.
Oh, no, I know. I don't exactly blame you for doing what you had to do, and I thank you for saving our life.
I'm not the kind of person who risks life and limb for any old reason.
But you may, I mean... Part of me is glad that no one has to get harmed in order to, for the Fatui to get their hands on it at this point. Because they would get their hands on it one way or another. They'll get their hands on Nahida's. They'll get their hands on the Hydro Archons. They'll get their hands on the Pyro Archons. I am 99% sure they will get every single Gnosis. By the laws of storytelling, it is the most dramatic thing to happen. Be very anticlimactic if they didn't. But so yeah, it was gonna happen. But damn it, yeah, he just sort of handed it over. I kind of wonder what their plan was if Yamiko hadn't literally handed it to them, metaphorically on a silver platter.
For once, Paimon just does not know what to say.
But why was the Gnosis in your hands? Yeah, I guess A entrusted it to her.
After A created her puppet vessel, she no longer had anywhere to put it.
Oh.
As her erstwhile closest friend, A handed it over to me, and I've kept it in the Grand Narukami Shrine ever since.
So, you handed over the, something entrusted to you by your dearest friend without knowing what it was as a bargaining chip. Wow, Miko. I really am at a loss for words as well.
She no longer needs the power of the Gnosis, and in
Well.
any case, she tells me she has severed ties with Celestia.
Oh, fair enough. It's... The Gnosis and the gods, they all intrigue me so. What the... You know... How... We've seen how powerful she is. What exactly did the Gnosis provide her? How much stronger did it make her? What Archon powers did it give her?
Thus, the Gnosis became not only useless, but also a potential source of conflict.
Well, I suppose that's fair.
Is that not a good bargain, exchanging it for the one at the core of the plan?
No, like I said, I don't blame you. In fact, I have to still thank you for rescuing me.
Judging by the results, at least, I dare say I struck a good deal.
You did, but you also brought the Fatui one step closer to their end goal, which we still have no idea what it is.
When you put it like that, Paimon has to agree. The Traveler is worth more than a Gnosis.
Oh, Paimon, shucks. Thank you. No wonder we haven't seen the Balladeer since. Yeah. Never knew I could fetch such a high price.
Well, what's done is done. And Paimon heartily thinks we'll be getting it back now.
No.
Let's leave
It's
the past
long
in the
gone.
past.
The only way we're getting that back is if we pry it out of the Tsaritsa's cold, dead hands, or at least cold, unconscious hands. But she's already got 4 Gnosis. Hers plus those 3. Only 3 more to go, actually. Hydro, Dendro, and Pyro. For all I know, she might already have the Pyro, though I kind of doubt it.
So, anyway, you still haven't told us why you called us here today.
Oh yes, that's right.
It's to thank you.
Aw,
Really?
yeah. Paimon, we helped her save her friend. She is eternally grateful.
You intend to travel all over Teyvat, and the time has
Yes.
come for the Inazuma leg of your trip to come to an end, has it not?
Hardly. We have so much more to do. We have, I mean, what, 1 or 2 story quests for the Shogun. We have several island quests to do. General exploration. Though we've at least done some of that as we go. And then dozens of world quests. Plus the dozens from Liwa. lot of things to do. I've focused on this mostly for the sake of not getting further behind on, you know, being able to do events.
As a mark of my gratitude, I will answer any questions you may have about the road ahead or the events of the past.
Oh, thank you. I'll ask you about both.
What would you like to know about?
Everything. Oh, okay. Shogun puppet. Talk.
That puppet was built with technology that has been lost to time.
Really?
Perhaps she, as a god, is the only one privy to the knowledge of its origins.
Huh. Just sort of assumed it was magic, not a homunculus constructed through technology.
Still, there's one other thing on this topic that I suspect you may be curious to know.
Yes?
Before A began modifying her own godly form, she took it upon herself to create a prototype puppet.
Really?
So, you mean there are 3 Raiden Shoguns?
Where's the other one?
No, the prototype was merely a proof of concept. Its appearance and intellect were not based on A. It was a test.
Who was it based on?
The original plan was for A to simply discard it. But perhaps A thought this to be too cruel, because in the end she chose only to seal the power within it.
Really?
Later, this puppet wandered Inazuma as an ordinary human male with his own consciousness, until the Fatui took an interest in him.
Wait. Not.
Ugh, not the Fatui.
Is it?
Some eccentric geniuses in the ranks of the Fatui made adjustments to the prototype, not only unsealing his power, but very likely rendering him even more formidable than his original specifications.
Surely you don't mean. Yeah. Scary. Scary Scaramouche. Are you, a puppet? Created by the Shogun. I mean, I did wonder what his connection was to the, you know, he was Inazuman. That I knew, I think. But I was kind of surprised he worked for the Fatui.
The object of divine creation is now the one who has taken possession of the Gnosis. And the prototype puppet is now known as the Balladeer.
Damn. Well, that explains why he is so powerful. Interesting that he has animal powers instead of electro, though.
What a crazy story!
Seriously, Paimon.
It is, isn't it? Who can say whether it's coincidence or destiny?
Maybe, I don't know. So the Shogun is still in her sword, then. Did she destroy her own body? Then she's eternally forced to use that puppet? Presumably, if she so chooses, she could move her consciousness back into it. Maybe. Or at least, you know, her soul maybe resides in the sword. Soul and mind, but she can presumably assume direct control. So about the former Raiden Shogun.
I'm surprised an outlander like you is aware that there was once a change of Electro Archon. Few citizens of Inazuma are aware of this.
Wait. I don't think I was aware of that.
Morat's told us.
Oh, he did?
He said that the Electro Archon
Oh.
Ball has passed away.
I forgot about that, yeah.
Yes. The truth of the matter is that there were 2 twin gods, Baal and Beelzebul.
Cheeky. Baal and Beelzebul. I'm pretty sure historically Baal and Beelzebub were separate names for the same god. I might be mistaken about that, though. For Beelzebul.
Twin gods?
Is one of them another name for A?
They won the Archon War together, and when Baal established the shogunate, Beelzebul became her Kagemusha, or shadow
Oh.
warrior. In other words, she acted as Baal's body double.
I see.
Beelzebul is A, with whom we are now both acquainted.
Yeah.
Baal's name was Makoto.
Aw. That's a pretty name.
As far as the world was aware, there were not two, but one. They complemented each other, and they ruled Inazuma
Wait.
jointly. So there was no need for the public to know
Is
the
that
truth.
the loss then, not the fox goddess?
In fact, the name Baal and the title of Raiden Shogun was understood to refer to both of them. Right up until...
Until what?
Yeah. Also, do the people still think she's Baal?
Makoto died several hundred years ago in a war that I was not personally involved in. Since then, A has assumed the shogunate.
Right. And that's when she became obsessed with eternity, right?
Losing her sister must have been super hard on A.
Yeah. That's the name of the place, Conria. It's always too long in between mentions, and I'm terrible with names in the first place. Several hundred years ago. Conria.
That was when A began to change. Makoto was her greatest loss.
Yeah. If, with that context, that she lost her sister with the fall of Conria, and in that cinematic, they showed that one location. That's probably Conria, then, not the land of Pyro. So probably actually was Conria then that was subjugated by the entity we fought, as I originally thought. Probably what A was referring to as the heavenly principles. If I had to stake a stab at it, a wild guess, or not so wild guess, I wouldn't be surprised if that being is sort of a god on high, the one who distributed the Gnosis in the first place and probably rules over Celestia.
Paimon feels like she understands A lot better now after finding that out. So what kind of god was Makoto?
Which actually, I kind of wonder, maybe the Cryo Archon's goal is to destroy that being. If so, I could get on board with that.
I didn't spend a great deal of time with her, but my impression was she was a gentle god, who in each moment cherished the beauty of what was before her.
Aww.
Wow.
Damn. Well, so, my brother, have you seen him? He certainly stopped by here at some point.
Sorry, I haven't a clue. I'm also unfamiliar with the god you describe.
Yeah. You did say you didn't take part in that war, though, so you wouldn't have seen him. You wouldn't have seen her. It.
But if you still have doubts about A, I would say they are misplaced.
What? Oh no, I don't think she's the god.
Not only does she not fit your description, but she voluntarily gave up her gnosis long ago, severing her ties with Celestia in the process.
Oh yeah, no, she definitely wasn't the one. This isn't a god we could possibly mistake for someone else. They fight with that strange sort of blocky distortion. And, I mean, they have a distinct look to them.
That's good to hear. Otherwise, given that I'm her familiar, it could have made our relationship rather awkward, don't you think?
Oh, yeah, don't worry. I like A. And, yeah, no, there's zero chance. I would be shocked if she was any of the Archons, actually. Like I said.
Don't worry, we aren't looking to pick a fight with you.
I wish you the best of luck. May you soon discover the truth behind it all.
Thank you, Miko.
As for your brother's whereabouts, I will use all the resources at my disposal to investigate it.
Thank you.
And I will also borrow some of Ayato's people from the Shiumatsu-ban.
Oh, wonderful. Don't work Sayo too hard, though. What if I'll see Ayato soon? I recall in his trailer that he was working behind the scenes to help the resistance. And that's already passed. But also, I don't think my brother really wants to be found. And we kind of already have a general idea of where he is. He's with the Abyss folks. I mean, it's not a location, but it's sort of his whereabouts. And we also know that he's not ready to reunite with us. Not until we've completed our journey.
I'll let you know if I find out anything. Consider it part of my means of thanking you.
Of course, of course. If I recall correctly, the Abyss faction and this Fatui faction aren't working together as far as we know. But if the Cryo Archon's goal was to defeat that entity, it would make sense for our brother to side with her. This is all heavy speculation at this point. About the next stop on my journey.
After leaving Inazuma, I think it would be easiest for you to go to Sumeru.
Yes. Well, first I think we have a Enkanomiya or something like that. I think that was the name.
Ooh, Sumeru! We've run into loads of scholars from there
Oh,
on
and
our
a chasm.
journey so far.
Yes, well, Sumeru is the land of the god of wisdom, where the quest for wisdom and knowledge is never ending.
Right. Kind of the opposite of the Shogun.
But their obsession gives rise to some truly inexplicable things. For example,
Yes.
in Sumeru, knowledge is holistically managed as a resource.
Well, that's actually not all that strange. Knowledge is valuable.
Knowledge is a resource?
Yeah. You trade information. You don't just give it out for free, that kind of thing.
Yes. I don't know whether it was the sages or Lesser Lord Kusanali who came up with the idea.
Lesser Lord Kusanali. Now, that's a name I've heard somewhere, though I can't quite place where I did.
Lesser Lord Kusanali? That's a cute name.
That's not Nahida's other name, is it? I mean, all the Archons have multiple names.
Oh, you haven't heard? Lesser Lord Kusanali is the deity in whom the
yeah.
people of Sumeru place their faith. It's their chosen term of endearment for her.
They calling her lesser because she's short. Poor Nahida.
I'm sure you must have some things to discuss with her too. I wish you all the best.
Yes. Well, I guess no more questions. I mean, it's certainly not true, but you've done a good job answering them. A lot of my unresolved questions about the Shogun now been answered. Like, who was it that she lost? Why she became so obsessed with preservation? This is perhaps an overreaction, but people do crazy things in grief. The nature of her puppet, that kind of stuff. Thank you very much, Miko.
Are you sure? Okay then. Oh, Traveler. Do you still have the Omamori I gave you?
Of course, of course. I'll keep it in a very safe place.
Keep it safe. Is that all you intend to do with it?
Well, what do you want me to do with it?
There was me thinking that you might hang it around your neck to show
Aw.
off to the world, telling everyone who inquired that it was given to you by none other than Yae Miko, the wise and beautiful.
I mean, it might look good around my neck, maybe. I'll hang it around Paimon's neck. How about that?
Who in their right mind would do that?
Okay, I'll stop. Now, a question for you. Traveler, what is your ambition?
Well, first and foremost, to be reunited with my brother. Second, well, I would say to kick that entity's ass. But trying a second time, it would really suck if me and my brother were separated again. So, I'm honestly not sure if that's the wisest course of action. If we even know where it is or how to find it.
I see. But
Maybe we
that
move
is
on to
merely a
another
small
world.
goal, based on what preoccupies you here and now. Your ambition should be something that transcends the world below and the starry sky above. Something that shines in unison with fate itself.
I mean, you say that, but I think you are underestimating what me and my brother are capable of once we are together. You know. You've seen how special we are. We aren't of this world.
Perhaps the reason you do not possess a vision is that such an ambition has yet to be engendered within you.
Maybe.
It's a possibility.
I mean, everyone talks like we could get a vision. I mean, I suppose it's a possibility that, no, I don't think so, though. I'd say a possibility that we aren't actually from literally other worlds, but I'm pretty sure that was explicitly stated at the very beginning. That we are not of Teyvat.
Continue on your journey, and maybe that moment will come to pass.
Maybe. If we did, it would be an omni-elemental one, though. Omnipresence over mortals. Looks like we might be able to use that for something now.
See that he stays safe.
Oh, did that all get a little heavy for you? I think you prefer me when I'm just teasing you, don't you?
Oh, I mean, it's fun. I just wanted to see if you had anything more to say. No more questions.
Are you sure? Okay then. Keep it safe.
It's the same thing as
There
last
was me
time.
thinking that you might.
Yeah.
In their right mind.
I see. Your ambition should be perhaps the reason you do not continue on your.
All right, then. Last thing to do here? Nope. Well. Oh. Omnipresence over mortals complete. Get that feat. Nice. Oh. The crane returns on the wind. Wait, isn't that the, was that the one with Shenhe in it? I think it was. There we are. Requiem of the Echoing Depths. This one is presumably the Shogun's story quest. Act 4. Or no, yeah, it's just Act 4 of the Archon quest.
By the protection of
Well, next time we talk to Catherine in Liwa, we will be continuing on with this quest. Though we really should finish purifying this device first. That place really is going to blow.